What's good, y'all? KJMedia100 going live for another episode 2. That'll be. This is my second live
That
episode.
was legitness. Yeah, it was. Huh?
All right, so just gonna go over some past topics that went on in the worldwide week of life. What's going on? Oh, disconnected a little bit. All right, we back on. We back on. So I don't think Tyrese is really gonna do jail time behind this, but of course, if there's footage of his dogs running wild in these streets, I mean, that can change things. All right, that can definitely change things. Another thing I made a video about was Steve Harvey and Lori Harvey. Steve was like, I think what a while back he was hugging Michael B. Jordan, and Lori didn't really approve. Well, it came out on the Pivot podcast. Steve Harvey was talking about what actually happened with that. So I also made a video on that. So for those videos on Tyrese and the Lori Harvey video, just go click on those videos and see what I was talking about with that. What I want to talk about really is this Cardi B versus Bia situation. So Cardi B just released the album September 19th, going on almost a month. Am I the Drama? The second studio album by American rapper Cardi B. Now, this is her second album. It's crazy. She's been eating off of Invasion of Privacy since 2018. She's been eating off this album since 2018. And like, yo, if you make, I'm not gonna say Invasion of Privacy was a classic album. However, if you can eat off of one album for a long ass time, that's a win. So of course, with this second album coming out, people were gonna be excited about hearing it. Now, I didn't even know Cardi B was coming out with an album, but I listened to some songs, and one of my favorite songs on the album was what Pretty and Petty. So I'm listening to it, and I'm hearing the lyrics, and I'm like, yo, is she talking about? She mentioned Boston. I heard her say diarrhea beer, but I'm like, I didn't. I had no idea that her and Bia were having a little rap beef. All right, real quick, Cardi B, this album, all 23 tracks ranked. It says. Uh, Bronx rapper, yada 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 yada. Get that out of here. With all eyes on Cardi, there's an incredible amount of pressure resting on the shoulders of Am I the Drama. Her debut album was a blockbuster hit, debuting atop the Billboard 200 with 255K album equivalent units in its first week. 103,000 coming from pure album sales. That was her debut. This features, I mean, it says features from Janet Jackson. I mean, it, it's the sample of a pleasure principle, the pleasure principle. Janet Jackson's not really singing new vocals on the fucking song. She's just fucking They just took the sample from Pleasure Principle and put it on a hook. But Cash, Cobain, Lizzo, Kalani, and more. I've been hearing this album everywhere. I can only imagine if I was in New York, it'll be blasting motherfucking probably everywhere. All right, what is this? Oh my man. But anyway, that's that album. It's alright. It's cool. I'm not really into female rappers like that, but if somebody can rap, I'm with that. Now with Bia, Bia's from Boston. Well, it says Medford, Massachusetts. 34 years old. So Bia's album came out, and Bia has released numerous albums. Let me just say this: I'm a I'm a fan of Bia. I'm a fan of Bia. I'm all about lyrics. Like, as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to female rappers, Lotto is a her lyrics have dumbed down a lot, but a lot of those lyrics are great. She has great lyrics, right? Meg has some good lyrics. I was a big fan of Cash Doll. Cash Doll had some good wordplay, and Bia. But I also said this: if this album don't pop off for Bia, she's going the Seventh Street route. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely going the Seventh Street route. So that door is gonna fucking slam right on her ass. You know. So how much tracks is on this Bia album? Is it called Bianca?
Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
Bianca. Let's see. Bianca album. Let's see track listing. Track list. Let's see track listing. So move that over a little bit. Show more. I mean, I wish they were in order. Do I gotta go to Wikipedia for everything? Okay. Be a rapper. Born 91. The 90s babies is out here getting old now. Studio albums. All right, Bianca, October 10th. It's not that really much on this album. Whatever. Let's see if I can see the track listing. Bianca track listing. All right, it's I don't know why there's no track listing for this, but I listened to the first three songs. It was cool. Um, but that was just like three tracks. So Bia was on Angie Martinez, and she's talking about the release date. Because I was one of the people. I was like, "Yo, why is she releasing the album around the same time as Cardi?" Now it's been a month since Cardi's album came out, and she explains that a tad bit real quick.
Rapping about braggadocious things, material things, and I think I got to a place where I was like, what am I putting out into the world, and what type of legacy do I want to leave with my music? I wanted to be way more intentional about it. And I always wanted my debut album to be intentional and just very true to my experiences in life. Because people would say, like, you have your whole life to work on your first album. I used to hear that, and I was like, what do they mean? And when people would say, you should put out an album right now, I'd be like, no, I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready.
You put too much pressure on yourself, probably.
Yeah, like it was like pressure, but for the first time, I didn't feel like this date was 10/10 long before the madness, everything that's been going on. So like this project, I felt like personally I was ready to put it out because I was in a space where like I'm just feeling like a softer woman, a more vulnerable with my art, and just wanting to like shift my music.
Isn't that weird? You talk about everything that's going on. It's like,
shout out to Angie Martinez and Hot 97. Shit, Hot 97. I'm bugging. Power 105.1. Like, I forgot she was, back in the day, 90s kid in New York, growing up in New York, Angie Martinez was always on Hot 97. But B was like, man, this album was 10/10 no matter what was going to happen, no matter how much y'all liked it, or whatever the case may have been. I didn't know they had a beef until I heard that track. And I'm like, is she talking about Bia? I had no idea they had a beef. So this says what? The beef between rappers Cardi B and Bia centers on creative differences and escalating diss tracks, particularly following Cardi B's sampling of Missy Elliott's She's a Bitch in her song Like What Freestyle, which Bia had also sampled the previous year. The conflict intensified when Bia mentioned Cardi B's children in one of her songs, prompting a strong response from Cardi B in her track Pretty and Petty, where she accused Bia of lying and trying to cause drama in her household. created differences. Like they don't work together, right? Like they're not on the same label, are they? I said I like Bia. I think Bia is a good rapper, but Cardi B's up here right now. Bia is a little bit lower. Like if Bia can just snap like she snapped on that London track with J. Cole, that'll be fucking awesome, right? But so let's go to shout out to Complex. The Cardi B and Bia beef explained. Uh, Cardi B and Bia had never collaborated on Wax, but they share some history. Tension has been simmering for years, but things finally split over and Cardi B released a new song, Pretty and Petty, this and Bia. Gotcha. Gotcha. Um, Bia denies having any issues with Cardi B. But real quick, so I want to see if I can find the lyrics to what really sparked this. I think Bia says something about her fucking. Is it right here? She says something about Cardi B's children. Now, it wasn't like she called the kids out. It was just wordplay, from my understanding. Damn, I had that shit pulled up. She said something when she did some wordplay using culture and your man fuck this person and that. That's what it really was. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Mm, it's over here. Nah, it's over here. That's not it. I could have sworn I had that shit. Cardi B be up. Let's see. Bia Cardi mentions. This be explaining, exposing how good I fucking spell. Well, what did Bia do? What is this? Twitter? Ah, whatever. She basically used the word culture. That's really essentially what it was. So Cardi B released Pretty and Petty. So real quick, she said name five Bia. So I didn't even know. You know, Cardi when she talks, she has kind of like a whole speech thing going on. That's not really. I mean, I'm not the greatest speaker in the world either. You know what I mean? But I didn't even know she mentioned Bia's name. I heard Diarrhea Bia, but name five Bia songs, gun pointing to your head. Bow, you dead. That's crazy. I'm doing you a favor. Epic run me my bread. Pop shit and buy bags. Only thing that I do. Every time I pray, I thank God I'm not you. Okay. Okay. This part right here, I'd rather die on a surgery table before I gotta walk around here looking like you. Listen, there's a lot of women that's young ladies that have been dying because of these BBLs. So I think that's kind of a slight insensitive lyric from Cardi. You're a fake ghetto bitch and I don't like you. Your mama used to fuck around with white men. Disgusted. Another line that's kind of iffy. Talking about culture, you wild and look, meatball, you Italian. You from Boston, let's have a little tea party. Cardi B is funny. Cardi B is funny. So right here, once again, Bia was talking about what happened. You know, Let's see what she says real quick right here.
Feel like that message was to the point and it let men know, like, I'm not a weak bitch.
Did Nikki hear trifling yet?
She hasn't. I kind of want us to surprise her.
I want to know what she thinks about it.
Yeah, I think
Does
she's
she
gonna
know
like
that you're
it.
even using her message?
She has to, because I have to send it, you know,
to get it
cleared. Yeah, so I'm sure she's maybe heard it, if anything, by now, but I think she would respect and appreciate the message because she's like that. You know, she's not going for anything.
Right. Yeah, for
I
sure.
stand with the women that's not going for anything.
Right. Oof. Okay, so you have a song called Plus 44. I assume that is the code that you need to call London, right?
Yes.
Look at me.
You're so good.
I'm trying.
Plus 44.
Yeah. Now, also the beat on that. I like it.
Hold on. I'm bugging. What the fuck is going on here? She clearly in this video, I got my clips all fucked up, obviously. She says that she wants no problem. She got no reason to respond. So Cardi B responds to Bia at the Hot 97 interview, everything about you is boring. Which is funny. That's all it is. You wanted a rap beast and you lost. Y'all can't even play with me with that right and shit. She said, I got the whole lot of money record. That shit was sent to me first and I dubbed it. No, that's how I just hope this. I hope Cardi don't turn into a whole Nicki Minaj thing. How Nicki Minaj is just going. Nicki Minaj is having a whole motherfucking breakdown. I hope it don't turn into nothing like that. Hopefully it don't. But what do y'all think about this Cardi B / versus Bia thing? Like I butchered this. I promise I had the shit lined up the right way. I promise you, but I mean shit don't always go the way we want it to go, right? I didn't even know they was beefing. But like I said, Bia said it's beneath her to respond. So I mean, she's taking the J. Cole route, I guess. But like I said, I always think about it this way. When it comes to rap beef and responding to people, I always think to myself, what would Jay-Z think? What would Jay-Z do? Jay-Z has responded to like nobody. Literally nobody. You know? So I always think about stuff like that. But let's switch it up a little bit. There's a video, right? I don't mean to laugh. Video shows fight between a man was dragged to death. Video shows fight before a man was dragged to death. So that's kind of crazy. I have not watched this. So let's see what this is looking like right quick.
First tonight, Fox 10 News obtained video showing the moments right before a man was dragged to death underneath an SUV. The cell phone video shows Sam Walker and Jacob Cross fighting in a Circle K parking lot. And we're also hearing from an eyewitness who describes how Walker got stuck under Cross's SUV. Our Natalie Williamson
I could explain how he got caught. That nigga got ran over.
with late reporting.
Tonight, cell phone video capturing the moments right before a man was dragged.
Hold on. The dude that got out of the car is pummeling him right now? Yeah, so that dude that's beating his dude in the white's ass, he was in his car.
Tonight, cell phone video capturing the moments right before a man was dragged to his death. A fistfight between Jacob Cross and Sam Walker in a Circle K parking lot on Schillinger Road Wednesday night. After the two threw punches, the video shows Cross getting in his car. Walker comes back up to him, Cross using his feet to try and push Walker back. An eyewitness who doesn't want to be identified.
It don't seem like the man in the car really wanted to fight. Like, that's the whole thing. If you're going to bring a fight to somebody, like, be prepared, because there ain't no rules in no fight, man. There ain't no rules in a street fight. Shit. If I fear for my life, a car is not even out of bounds. I'm going to use a car.
Says Cross eventually tried to drive away.
And I'm like, all right, hey, he's had enough. That's it. And he looked me in my eyes and got up and got in his car and was trying to leave. The guy just got up again and ran after the car and tried to throw his shoe through the window. And when he did that, he like got his leg stuck up under the dude, up under his tire. And he ran over his leg with the driver's side front tire When he did that, he backed up and he ran into my truck at the pump. He couldn't go any further backwards. And I don't know if he panicked. I don't know what happened. He just waved out, put it in drive.
The witness tells me as Cross was driving away, he and multiple other witnesses tried to get his attention to tell him Walker was under his car, but Cross never heard or saw and kept driving. This surveillance video from across the street shows Cross speeding out of the parking lot. Walker was underneath the SUV.
Damn. Bro, you can't, that's what I always say, yo. I have a video on road rage. It ain't got no views, but whatever. Road rage is fucking stupid. I'm convinced motherfuckers love road rage. That's why shit probably ain't got no views. Motherfuckers love road rage. Like, bro, road rage gotta be one of the dumbest things. Now, in this part, they're not really having road rage. Obviously, they probably had words inside of the Circle K, whatever the case may be. That man that got dragged brung the fight to him. Like I said, you gotta bring the fight to somebody, and then you get deleted. It's crazy. Now, did this nigga feel some speed bumps? Possibly, probably, but he peeled off so fast he probably thought it was the curve. So I don't think he's gonna be this is negligent, maybe. I don't know. What y'all think? Y'all think Sim's gonna come up this? Like, he had a fight. I mean, he got in the car and tried to drive off. And the thing about it is, that man brought the fight to him. So this is very interesting.
Minutes later, that same camera shows a police cruiser heading in the same direction. Investigators say Cross drove to his house on Dawes Lane East, about 2 miles away, where Walker was found dead. Mobile County District Attorney Keith Blackwood says before the fight, Walker was trying to help someone.
Jacob Cross did not know the victim. Jacob Cross was having some kind of dispute with his girlfriend, and the victim simply asked her if she was okay. Jacob Cross apparently did not like that and then committed this completely atrocious act.
Court documents show Cross is facing an intentional murder charge and leaving the scene of an accident. His bond is set at $515,000.
How? I mean, the whole thing is this. Did he know that he ran this dude over? Don't get involved. Terrible way to die, definitely. Don't press charges on Cross. He's trying to leave. This was an accident. He was being assaulted. Pretty much tried to escape to his vehicle and get the vehicle. Then attacked while trying to do so. Intentional. Yeah, like I don't get that. Like, I don't get that at all. But like, that's why we have law and order. Let's see what the criminals. I mean, excuse me. I call it the judges criminals. These motherfuckers is all criminals. The ones that make the rules be the ones that break the rules. You know what I'm saying? To end off this live episode number 2, I want to talk about Ayesha Curry. Ayesha Curry, what is this from? International Business Times UK. Danny, this is making news in the fucking UK by Vinay Patel. Let me just say this. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? I'm not the most attractive man in the world, but a man's currency is his looks, as far as I'm concerned. All right? As far as I'm concerned. However, she's not my type. I got this thing where I call women with big circle faces like that pie faces. That big pie face ain't my type. She's not my type at all. I couldn't imagine a woman looking like this, talking shit like me. And she's not even talking shit on purpose. I really don't think it's on purpose. I think she's just out here talking, and then her thoughts are just coming out. Her thoughts are just coming out into the world. The career girl confession that ignited the internet. Ayesha shared with host Alex Cooper. No, so I didn't want kids. So this is the if you want to watch the whole clip, I'm gonna go into this. Call her daddy. That's a kind of a weird name. Call her daddy. I always say this, yo. A lot of women want to be dudes. Like, if you ask women if they want to, would you spend 24 hours as a dude, a week as a dude? Women, I remember when I was younger, women always wanted to say they wanted to bend the girls over and smash them from the back and all kinds of crazy nonsense. But there's not a man alive a straight man, heterosexual man alive that would want to spend a day or even a minute as a woman. A lot of women want to be dudes, like call her daddy, I guess. But she asked her, about the whole kid thing. Did you? So no. So I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be a career girl, and that's it. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared. I didn't think twice about it. Ooh. So, did Ayesha Curry want kids? Clearly not. Ayesha Curry, she's in her 30s, but woman around that age, the 90s and stuff, this whole career woman thing and all that stuff. If that's what you want to do, then do it. No one's gonna fault you for that. If you don't want to have kids, don't have kids. If you don't want to get married, don't get married. It's as simple as that. I don't get why you go through all this, you do it, boom, go ahead with it, and then years down the line, these children are like, they oldest daughter, she was on that podium during the playoffs like 2015. That's 10 years ago. That little girl's like 14, 15 years old. So all her and the rest of her siblings are gonna hear is, mom didn't want kids. To a little kid, like a 6-year-old, who cares? To a woman to a child that's a grown up, 20, 21 years old, 22, they don't give a fuck. But a 14, 15-year-old, they at that age, they're kind of like vulnerable. So that can destroy a kid hearing that. And then she had 4 of them. And then the whole marriage thing. If you don't want to get married, don't get married. Like, I said this before when the whole other shit came out. Steph was definitely courting her. Steph was trying to get with her. And she was everything that Steph wanted. She was the shit, at least in her head, in her space where she was at. She was the shit. And Steph is moving like a simp in the beginning. That's all I'm gonna say about that. But that's crazy. On X, one person commented that Ayesha Curry is living proof that no matter if you're rich and successful, women will find a way to complain. One defender of Ayesha on X observed, y'all are doing Ayesha Curry the same way y'all do Michelle Obama. Y'all hate when women talk about their marriage experiences, and it's not all rainbows and sunshine. This comment right here, like, she didn't talk about anything being bad. Correct me if I'm fucking wrong. She didn't talk about nothing being bad. She just said she didn't want the whole shit to be even happen. Like, you haven't heard nothing from Steph Curry. This nigga has been the model. Like, the reason why we know who she is this big ass brown fucking pig face. The reason why we know who she is because of Steph. This girl, this nigga like a little old man, don't he? But for her, and maybe even this girl right here, mom didn't want what? That's crazy. 13, 10, 7, and baby Kai 1. She just had a kid talking like this. Why are you having more for? I don't know. I see she slimmed down and all that stuff. Some people think she's beautiful, she's gorgeous. I mean, like I said, to each his own. To each his own. But, of course, just to remind you of the shit she said before. And quite honestly, wife or no wife, listen, I would have been done with her around this time. Ayesha Curry's 2019 appearance on Red Table Talk sparked controversy when she discussed feeling a lack of male attention and her insecurities about her husband. Steph Curry receiving a lot of female attention. I think during this Red Table shit is when she they gave her like a tissue to wipe her eye and shit. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like, y'all dead ass with this right now? Yeah, they gave her a tissue and shit. And lo and behold, the red table, Jada, she out here smashing August out. Oh, I'm not gonna get into all that. Y'all know how that went. Y'all know how that went. But as far as I'm concerned, this, as soon as she got home, me and my girl, we would have been talking. What do you mean you want male attention? Like, she's not a, like I said, I'm not attracted to her, but she's a pretty woman. You know, niggas was all over her in high school and stuff. That's probably why Steph locked it up so quickly. Like, you want niggas in your DMs? Like, shit is just crazy, man. Shit is just crazy. What y'all do y'all think? I think Steph came out and defended her. As he should. He's a model. Steph's a model husband, bro. Steph's a model husband. He a better man than me. That's for sure. But what do y'all think? Y'all think this is nothingness? This nothingness? You think Ayesha's out of hand? What do y'all think? Like, it seems like she's just setting shots. Setting shots at him. Like, and I'm looking at Steph like
He gonna cry in the car.
like dead ass. But he's showing on his face that he don't give a fuck. He's like, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. That's my woman. But behind closed doors, damn. What do y'all think in the comments? Real quick. Have y'all seen this show?
Oh, man. That nigga's tripping. Boy, ain't no way. Boy, ain't no way.
Have y'all seen Wayward? Now, I'm a guy that doesn't really watch TV shows like this. Not like this, but like that, I mean. I'm not a big TV show guy. I don't watch TV shows like that. Like, House of Dragons pissed me the fuck off. So I ain't watching that. The Last of Us, I didn't even watch season 2. And From. I got a bone to pick with From. Whenever From comes out, I ain't gonna watch the shit. I'm telling you right fucking now. I'm gonna wait like 6 weeks to watch From. But I'm not a big TV show guy. And I checked out Wayward. And it's crazy. I was just laying in the bed one day and this shit kind of like magically came on. I don't know how. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? But y'all check out Wayward. I just finished it. It's a good fucking show. Like, it's a good show. Just to tell, I don't want to give out too much about the show, but it's in a town in, I believe Vermont, and where they send kids to a boarding school, and they're doing some crazy shit to these kids. So, you know, they doing a lot of crazy. And this bitch right here, she the lead bitch in charge. God. And she crazy. You know she crazy. But it stars Mae Martin as Alex Dempsey, Sydney Topliff as Abby. Topliff? I thought she was fucking like, it's not really an Asian last name, is that? Sydney Geelong is Canadian. She's Canadian. What's her race? I'm curious now. It's a Wyoming in Canada? Alright, whatever. I mean, that's besides the point. Toni Collette, Avia Allen. I think she's from Chucky, I believe she's from Chucky. But Wayward's a good show. Let me know what y'all think about Wayward. Like, I'm gonna ask y'all and like let some weeks go by and see what y'all think about it. All right, but it's a good show. All right, but that's my show for this week. I'm gonna be doing lives once a week at a minimum. You know, I did a live last week. I got over the fucking little butterflies. I mean, it is what it is. I enjoy making lives, you know. So, other than that, KJMedia100, subscribe. Your boy's on his way to 1,000 subscribers. Let me know what you think in the comments about these various topics I talked about. All right, KJMedia100, I'm out.